The grand Hastinapur Palace stood tall and magnificent, where the Pandavas and Kauravas were being prepared to become future kings. 105 princes, full of youth and potential, awaited their next phase in life, their education in the ways of kingship. King Dhritarashtra, knowing the weight of his responsibilities, realized that the princes needed a wise and virtuous teacher to guide them. They needed knowledge of virtue, power, and love to become effective rulers. The search for the right teacher began. Bhishma, the grandsire of the Kuru dynasty, joined Dhritarashtra in the search for a knowledgeable sage who could impart wisdom and martial prowess to the princes. Their criteria were high, as they wanted someone who not only mastered archery and warfare, but also virtue and discipline. Once a devastating famine struck the land, lasting for 12 long years. The rivers dried up, crops failed, and even the sages of the land struggled without food. The land was barren, and the people despaired. In their despair, the sages turned to the powerful Rishi Gautama. Known for his immense spiritual power, Rishi Gautama was approached by the suffering sages, who sought his guidance to end the famine. Rishi Gautama, with his immense spiritual power, performed a powerful penance to the gods. His deep meditation, years of austerity, and his connection with the universe allowed him to invoke divine intervention, ending the famine that had plagued the land. Through the power of his penance, Rishi Gautama brought rain back to the lands, and the rivers flowed once more. The famine that had lasted 12 years was finally over, and life returned to the kingdom. Rishi Gautama's son, Sarathuvan, was a sage of great power in his own right. Through his penance, he had learned the art of archery, becoming a master archer with supernatural skills. His connection to the divine made his archery unmatched. Seeing Sarathuvan's intense penance, Indra, the king of the gods, became jealous and sought to break his focus. He sent the beautiful celestial nymph, Janapathy, to distract Sarathuvan and ruin his penance. Gautama's grandchildren, Sarathuvan's children, Kirubacharya and his twin sister Kirubi, were learning under the guidance of their wise grandfather. Both were skilled in spiritual practices and had inherited immense wisdom. Hearing of Rishi Gautama's wisdom, Dhritarashtra considered appointing his grandson Kirubacharya as the teacher for the princes. The sage had the knowledge of both warfare and virtue, making him a strong candidate. Though Kirubacharya was a great sage, Bhishma felt that the princes deserved someone even greater. He continued the search for a teacher who could shape the princes into rulers who would uphold dharma and justice. After much discussion, the decision was made to continue the search for the perfect teacher. The future of Hastinapur rested on finding someone who could balance knowledge of virtue, love, and power. Meanwhile, the princes eagerly awaited the arrival of their teacher. They knew that their future as rulers depended on the knowledge they would receive and the discipline they would cultivate. The search for the perfect teacher continued, but with faith in their hearts, the Kuru dynasty knew that the right guide would soon come to shape the future kings of Hastinapur.
Please subscribe our channel Puppet Show